Hello everyone, welcome back to Sawyer Studios, and we're doing another Q&ASIAN video. This is episode 12, and yeah, this is my question ask segment where you guys ask questions in the comments and I answer them from time to time whenever I have enough to make a video. So here we go, Q&ASIAN episode 12, let's get right into it. Mr. X says, hey man, do sets usually go on sale when they're going to retire soon? Sometimes. Actually, sets sometimes go on sale before they even start to retire. Maybe that's due to lack of popularity. I've seen this happen at like Walmart and Target. Sometimes they'll just put their sets on sale if they're not doing well. I even saw some of the I think it's Ambush on Ferrex set. I saw some Targets actually have that like for a couple bucks off. Or maybe it was Walmart. It was one of the two. But yeah, sometimes sets will just go on sale if they're a little bit unpopular and people need an incentive to go out and buy them. But yes, not all the time when sets are about to retire, they go on sale. I do know that in like Walmart or Amazon or like off-brand sellers usually will put sets on sale on clearance or something before they retire. Once again, that's not everything, so it's not a guaranteed option, especially when they're super popular. There are a lot of sets that just retire off of shelves, and the stores don't need to put them on sale because they're selling like hotcakes. However, there are some rare times where Lego stores will put some sets on clearance. It is rare. I feel like the Lego store idea of getting sets a little bit cheaper is like double VIP points. But there are a couple times where I remember distinctly when there have been sets that have been on sale. The Tantive 4 was on sale before it retired in the Lego store, at least my Lego store. I remember our Ninjago City Dock set went on sale before it retired. So there's sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. It's a lot more popular on secondhand stores. Ethan Lee says, LOL, just curious, which Lego store in which state do you go to? That's a loaded question, Ethan, because I go to many Lego stores. But when I'm in New York, I mainly go to the one in Victor. And then when I'm in Illinois, there isn't really a close Lego store around here, so maybe in the Chicago area. But if you know anything about my travels, when I drive from Illinois to New York, I stop at like Beechwood Lego store in Ohio. I love that one. Buffalo Mall. There's one in Easton. There's also a Legoland down there. There's also one in Indianapolis that I stop at. So it's just like a Lego store trip all the way. And then also sometimes when I'm in New York, if I'm traveling out east, I'll stop at the Destiny Mall one. That's a good one. And then there's one like in Schenectady, somewhere in that area. I have a friend that lives in that area, so I'll go to that one sometimes with him if I'm ever visiting him. So those are some of the main Lego stores that I usually would visit. 8Smoker8 says, wow, can't believe it was actually that hard to get. Grats. Any chance you could show us some alternative build using one or both sets? So this was a comment on a past video that I did. It was my search for the Clone Trooper command station, so like 3 minifig pack. 8Smoker8 asked if I could do an alternative build, and I did. I did a video doing that, so this isn't really an answer to a question, but I just wanted to add this here to show that if you guys want to see certain types of videos, just comment them, and I will most likely just do it. So 8Smoker8 did it, I did a video that same week doing exactly that, and there we go. So if you guys have any ideas for videos that you want me to do, don't be afraid to leave a comment down in the comment section of any video suggesting it, and I will, if it's within reason, if I have time, then I will definitely do it. Kenobi Studio says, what is the limit of purchasing them? This is in regards to the Clone Trooper command station, but in regards to any Lego set, I think the only times I've seen sets be limited in number, it's mainly 3. Mainly the Lego website will be like, you can only buy 3 of these, or Lego Store. If when these first came out, I think the max a person could buy at a Lego store was 3. I want to say 3. Could have been less. It's been a long time. Sometimes they do 2 and sometimes they do 1. It's very different, but I don't think they've ever gone over 3. Like, I don't think they've ever said, like, you can only get 4 of these. I think 3 is almost like that cutoff. Fun fact, if you are a Lego employee, you sometimes aren't allowed to get certain sets for like an entire month. So like, if I was a Lego employee working at the store when this set came out, I know some friends, they couldn't buy this at the Lego store. Like, they would have to go to Target or Walmart if they wanted to get some, just because Lego understands there's going to be a huge demand for these and so it's sort of reserved for their customers. So people who complain about Lego like not sending enough sets out, I mean, they're trying to do something. You know, they're saying that their Lego employees can't buy any at the Lego store, which of course you could argue, well, they're just going to buy them at Target or Walmart, which, you know, could be something. But yeah, that's something else. That's something to think about. Declan Folkes something says, what was the music in the pan view of the mocks called? This is in reference to my most recent mock video. I made a mock for every episode of Tales of the Jedi. The music that I used in like the sort of like the play, not the walkthrough, the montage video is called Star Wars tribute music. It's non-copyrighted, so anyone can use it on YouTube. I think you just type in Star Wars tribute no copyright music, and it should show up somewhere in the first couple results. I first found out about this music when SolidBook Studios used it in his Siege of Mandalore finale mock trailer video. And it's such a great piece, and you know, it's non-copyright, so I can still make money off of videos for using it, and it's just a really great it's just great to have. So yeah, thanks to whoever made that little mix, and it's just a really great background piece to use for Star Wars stuff. Amart says, hey, thanks for the video. So I have 8 of these referencing 501st Battle Packs, but every time I see one, I still feel like I should buy them. How much is too much? I wanted to end with this question because I think this is a really good question to ask a lot of times when it comes to Lego. How much is too much? I'm going to come at this from a couple different perspectives. There is the financial perspective. Too much is when you can't afford it. And that doesn't mean like I don't have the money for it. That could mean like I should be saving up money for something else. Like I have the money for it, but I shouldn't spend the money on this. So I think there's a financial realm where like maybe I need to be saving up for like something, like maybe in case my car breaks down or something. You know, like maybe I don't have enough money right now in my budget to spend on Lego. Or maybe I'm thinking about the future even more. Maybe I should invest in a 401k. Just anything like that, you know. I think financially that's a really good indicator if how much is too much. I think physically as well, you know, if you live by yourself, if you live in an apartment, obviously there's not going to be a lot of space. Even if you live in a house, you might not have a lot of space. So I think like the physical amount of space that you have can be, you know, how much is too much. I also think the practicality is something that I think is important to think about as well when it comes to Lego, because there's something to be said of just like buying these just to have them, you know, and not going to use them really. Like Amidar, I think he wanted to buy, what was it, 120 of these or something, or 500, I don't even remember. It was like an insane number, but it's like, dude, what are you gonna use like those for? Like, I understand SolidBook Studios doing that because he builds mocks. Like, there's a practical use for these. I wanted to get 10 of these because I know for a fact that when I eventually do an Umbaran mock for the Clone Wars episode, or anything else with 501st Troopers, I'm going to need a lot of 501st Troopers, and this is going to be the cheapest way I'm going to be able to get these for now. So it's, that's why I got 10. I mean, and sure, that means I only have 30 501st Troopers, which you could argue might still not be enough for like a big scale mock, but I mean, 30 Troopers, you know, I mean, the bigger the mock guys, you know, the more troopers you kind of feel like you need to fill out the mock sometimes. I know that there are jetpack troopers in here, so I mean, technically 40. I'm definitely going to get some of the expansion packs as well. But some of the Clone Wars episodes, you know, they sometimes just have regs. So, you know, sometimes you can't use the jetpack troopers or other stuff like that. But I think in a lot of future mocks I can. So I think there's a practicality use to it. I think there's also an element of self-control. You know, like, do we need it? And I think that's a really important question to ask. Even if there is practicality, like even though I am going to use these for future mocks, do I need it? And I could use 15. I could use 20 of them, but I don't need 20. I don't need 15. I think it's always good to like set maybe just a mindset of like, okay, I'm gonna stop at 7, I'm gonna stop at 6. And when you get to 6 and you're like, oh, I want to get 2 more, just say no, because you already decided, you predetermined that you're gonna stop at 6. I think I predetermined that I would stop at 10 when these came out. So across the 2.5 years that these have been selling, I already decided like I want to get 10 within that time period. So yeah, part of me does want to get more, but I'm gonna stop at 10 because that's what I decided before, it was gonna stop at 10. And yeah, so I think there's a lot of stuff to unpack in a question of how much is too much. And sometimes, yeah, I think it's a really good question that a lot of us should be asking, because sometimes we just buy stuff to buy stuff, and we have stuff to have stuff. And that's when we have to ask ourselves, like, why do I have this still? Like, there's a lot of stuff that I have because I use. There's some stuff that I have just to have. You know, I sometimes think about like all the books I have. It's like, I'm not gonna read those again, really. I should probably, like, I don't know, maybe give them to some friends or loan them or something, you know, so that they're being used. I always feel like if you have stuff, material stuff, that's just not going to be used, it's like, well, what's the point? Like, you're kind of just housing it to house it, and that's not healthy. That's not a good lifestyle. All right, everyone, thanks for the questions, and those were my answers. Q&ASIAN, episode 12. Like, comment, subscribe. Also, Bucks, we're back. I think so. We have a bye week, so we have lots of time before we play. I think it's the Browns or something like that. So I'm excited for everything coming up. Lego Star Wars 2023. Hopefully Bucks football continuing to keep our winning streak happening now, and so much stuff. So don't forget to leave comments, questions, any sort of stuff like that. Suggestions, video suggestions in my videos, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.